This photo helps to provide the audience with a small part of the life of a Nigerian refugee. By showing the environment that refugees must struggle through in order to survive, the refugee crisis becomes more relatable due to it now being more than simply words on a page, as well as providing a call to action to those who want to assist the refugees. This photo was taken by Dominique Nar, a photographer responsible for showing various aspects of the Nigerian refugee crisis. In this photo, he has taken a picture of a dry, desolate riverbed to help show the environment that the Nigerian refugees must flee through in order to survive. By showing this environment in the form of a photograph, a refugee's plight is able to become more relatable due to the audience seeing the environment that refugees must endure through in order to find some modicum of safety. By helping to show audiences this opposite to their own affluent and easy lives, they are able to feel emotion towards the refugees, as well as perhaps taking action in order to better their lives. This piece of art is relevant because it helps to highlight the unforgivable environment that refugees have to traverse through in order to survive. By showing the dry, desolate landscape, the photographer helps to show some small piece of a refugee's everyday life, and one of the many challenges a refugee has to face daily. Also, this photograph helps to be a call to action to all those who are willing to better the refugees' lives. By showing an image from Nigeria, audiences have a tangible object that they can see, rather than simply hear about in the news. With this knowledge, many now feel the need to take action and support the refugees, all due to a simple photo of a dried riverbed. As shown by the chaotic nature of the second art piece, the Nigerian refugee crisis is shown to be not as a two-dimensional situation, but as a three-dimensional one, with a plethora of different key factors, people, and the environment all coming together to create a deadly refugee crisis, as well as feel emotion towards the plight of the refugees due to the dreary colors of the image and the sadness shown in the child's face. I created this piece by first finding an image of a Nigerian child refugee. I chose this image because it showed the child with a frowning, sad face, a stark contrast to that of the smiles of my childhood. Then I found various images of key figures and aspects of the Nigerian refugee crisis, and glued them onto the face to show them the interconnectedness of the crisis. In the piece, there are many different people and key figures that have contributed to the refugee crisis, such as Boko Haram, the Nigerian president, and Nigerian refugees. By showing all the different factors interlocked together, it helps to show that these factors are interconnected and how they all contributed to the refugee crisis. Also, due to the drab coloring of the piece, it helps to show the dismal world that these refugees must live in, rather than a happy one filled with color. By showing this piece in dreary colors, the imagery is able to show a more depressing and dark world than what we are used to, helping to further the idea of the seemingly hopeless world that refugees have to live in. The significance of this piece is that it is able to highlight the different aspects of the Nigerian refugee crisis, as well as show the connectingness of the different factors. By having the different pieces together in an interlocking fashion, it is able to show the audience the interconnected nature of the conflict, as well as the different factors in play for creating the refugee crisis. Another reason why this piece is significant is due to the emotion that the audience could feel towards this imagery. Because of the sadness shown on the child's face, as well as the dreary color of the piece, the audience is able to empathize with the refugees through the art piece. This ability to show the connectedness of the different events in the Nigerian refugee crisis, as well as possibly inspire emotion towards the plight of refugees, is what allows for this piece to be a powerful and realistic image representing the Nigerian refugee crisis.